Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
For your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore, have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as at the villain which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
And he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do, with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send one into Mantua, where the same banished runagate doth live. Shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then, I hope, thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find but a man to bear poison, I would temper it, that Romeo, upon receipt thereof, should soon sleep in quiet. How my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him. Like the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, that has a careful father-child. One who, to put thee from their heaviness, has sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectst not nor looked not for.
Madam, an happy time. What day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant young noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he comes my husband that comes. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, that I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now? I con you a girl. What, still in tears? Evermore showering, in one little body thou counterfeist a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood, the winds thy sighs, who, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft! Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we have what so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom.
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Fie, what, are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wench, I tell thee what, get thee to church o' Thursday.
God in heaven bless me. You are to blame, my lord, to rate me so.
Why, hold your tongue, good smatter with your gossips, go.
May not one speak?
Oh, gaudy Godden! Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravities or a gossip support, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play. Alone in company still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now proved a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair dimensions, youthful and nobly trained, and stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched pulling fool, a whining mammet in her fortune's tender, to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I'm too young, I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to, think on't, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise, and you be mine. I'll give you to my friend, and you be not. Hang hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by myself I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what mine it shall never do thee good. Trust to bethink you I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees to the bottom of my grief? Cast me not away, delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not, make their bridal bed in that dim monument where people lies.
Talk to me not, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, but I am done with